Everyone, stick with us versus herd. If it's your first time here, like the content, hit subscribe. If you want to get notifications when we go live or post our watch list like this video right here, tap the bell. And if you want to get involved with the UvH fam, our community links are below to the Discord, along with our free options trading group. We're back again tonight with the watch list and also talk about the, kind of what we're looking at tomorrow and a little bit of a recap today. But, if anybody was trading today, they realized that the S&P dropped the most in a month on Trump impeachment concerns. I mean, this morning we did gap up slightly, and then we sold off. Last couple of days, we've been gapping up, selling off the last couple of days, and today we sold off. Said 0.8%, biggest one-day drop since August 23rd, due to the impeachment news that Democrats are moving to impeach Trump on abuse of power, and now they say they have the evidence. And if anything, right now this is a distraction, especially for Trump, and that's probably the Democrats have been threatening impeachment for a long time, and right now in terms of what Trump is trying to do, whether you're for Trump or not for Trump in regard of the trade war and all that, now you throw in an impeachment, he's kind of juggling all these things at one time, which is either going to blow up in his face or things are going to go well for him. So right now it's very 50-50. It says, now we have the facts, said Pelosi said. A spokesperson for former Vice President Biden will urge Trump to comply with congressional requests for information. So now they're going to be looking for information, getting things for him. However, it says stocks trimmed some of their losses after Trump said he would release the full transcript of the controversial call. Trump said in a series of tweets he authorized the release tomorrow of the complete, fully declassified, unredacted transcript of my phone conversation with Ukraine. So basically, the issue, if you're not really familiar with the issue, basically in this phone call, Trump asked him for something in return. He would give him U.S. aid, that kind of thing. So we're not going to get too much into the details. If you want to look up why they're looking into this, you can do that in your own time. Right now, we're just trying to see how it relates to the stock market, what we're going to trade, and what's going on here. So if anything, it's going to add more volatility to the market. So I think that it's going to be, in terms of what we do in terms of option trading, I think it's a good opportunity. I mean, this is a bad thing overall. Typically the market will move down on uncertainty, and if the market, or if there's uncertainty, usually there's a sell-off because people are not going to know if it goes up, if it goes down, or if it goes sideways, or what the deal is. So people take their risk off. That's really what it is. They just take their risk off. They'll come back later. A lot of people are also hoarding cash right now, trying to get that in because they think there's going to be like a recession in 2020 or 2021. So right now there's a lot of unknowns in the economy. Yes, the housing report was good. So numbers are strongest since July. Unemployment's at an all-time low here, and at the end of the day, nobody knows. So that's why uncertainty usually drives the market lower. And in this case, that's why it sold off today, because nothing's even happened yet. Just there was a threat and the market sold off, essentially. So, in terms of we'll have to keep monitoring this. It's hard to say what's going to happen, how serious this thing gets tomorrow. Just be aware they are releasing the transcript of this call that they that he had with Ukraine. So tomorrow, just be aware it may get a little rocky with this phone with this transcript. Now, depending on what that transcript says or what, we don't know yet. So just trade accordingly. Don't blow up your account. Don't put your full account in, and the market goes the wrong way. I mean, this could go up a lot. Right now we're up slightly. Dow's up 44, S&P's up 4, and Nasdaq up 9. So it's really hard to say it's kind of like an earnings report. We don't know what's in the report. It could be good, it could be bad, it could be neutral, it could be, are the Democrats really blowing this up, or is Trump just talking this down? I mean, we don't know at this point. We don't know what's going on. We do know that Trump doesn't have the greatest track record for telling the truth, but who knows? I mean, he came up front and said, "Hey, we're going to release this," and maybe he just wants the Democrats to go away, which obviously he does because he's doing a lot of different things right now. But getting into the market, let's see here. Anything else? Yeah, they're talking about the trade and stuff like that. So getting into the market, tomorrow I'll be looking at SPY. We are going to most likely be playing tomorrow, Wednesday's expiration on this. As you can see here, it has been getting cut down at 300. We just got to play it safe with the increased volatility, with this impeachment, and with the transcript coming out. We don't know if it's going to go reverse or we're gonna go lower, but we could potentially, what I've been eyeing here, if there was a rejection up here, which there was, if we come back down in this range in here when we were peeing between like 295 and 280, 282 area, this is going to be really interesting if this comes back down into this range here, because we could come back here and kind of ping back and forth again, which would be fun, because then we can make money both ways. Very two-sided action. You can make money on calls, you can make money on puts. Everybody, bears, bulls are happy. However, it's very neutral, and eventually it will break out or break down. So but that's kind of what I'm looking at for a game plan for tomorrow. Just kind of trying to play it slow. I think today I only had an hour to trade, so I was very selective, and I won every single of my trades today. Now I didn't win huge money, but I did have very consistent wins, and I just want to take that very same discipline in tomorrow and just go at it, clear mind, and say, okay, at any minute my profits could be taken from me, because news could come out. So I'm going to be the kind of person that shoots for lower profit targets. I mean, today you could get really sloppy, 400, 500, 1,000%. And there was a lot of positions. If you watch my video from earlier, they went from $2 to $3 to $10 positions, $1,000 trades, $2,000 trades. We made $145 a day, and I left $3,000 to $5,000 on the table, which is okay. I mean, it is what it is. One day you'll be thanking yourself for that discipline, and I believe in consistent profits over time, not just huge swings in the P&L, and then one day you take that discipline and you throw it out the window and you get real sloppy and you lose your money. Eventually you lose your money. Another trade that I'll be looking at is Nike. Nike did well on their earnings, and now they're at like $92, $91.95. Which would put them above this area. So we'll see if this kind of pushes us higher to like the 95, 100 area, or if it's kind of gonna fade back. So they had earnings after close today, so I'm gonna be looking at a trade in Nike. FedEx, I made a little bit of money in there today. FedEx was a good trade today. I bought some puts on it. Also, they just keep hitting 52-week lows here and keeps pushing down. Once it broke 150, it just has really been accelerating here. Not to say at some point FedEx is to become undervalued, and then the value buyers will step in and start buying it. But right now there's a lot of uncertainty versus they just had their earnings last week, and there's a lot of uncertainty with the stock, and right now it's not ready to level out. It broke through the 150 mark, where it bounced like three or four times this year, and right now we're just heading lower. So it's been good to scalp. It gets a little scary sometimes because it does try to push up a little bit, but overall we're declining. As you can see in the mornings, it usually sells off and then rises up, but it's been selling off pretty consecutively the last 3 days. However, the bulls do try to pump it up a little bit. Netflix as well. Netflix just took another beating today. They've been taking a beating since it kept getting rejected here at like 300. The 300 area kept getting rejected, and then we were descending already, but we would have some huge green days, and then we would just descend, huge green days, and then we would go lower, and then we just broke down and just kept going. And it looks like if you're looking at this, it looks like we're heading back towards to retest the 230 are, which seems to be coming sooner than expected. Same with Tesla. Tesla just sold off a ton today. They were down $18. I mean, down 7.5%. I mean, I was on my video on Sunday night. I was saying, hey, this could probably visit like the 220s, the low 230s, and I didn't think it was going to get there like in a day or two. I mean, it just broke down. It was descending here, and then it just broke down. So I'm going to keep an eye out to see what happens down here in the low 220s. Do we get a bounce back up to 230, or are we going to head down to the teens here, like 210, 215 area on Tesla as well? But you don't want to get too aggressive with it because it will rip your face off. Roku also, I mean, their chart doesn't look as bad today, but I traded Roku a little bit, made some money up in here. I sold a little bit too early, missed this huge candle here. But after like the first couple hours of selling in the market, it really tried to bounce back. So this is very interesting. I was saying it's probably going to come on my video on Sunday night. I said it's probably going to come down to this 100 level. It came down rather quickly, and now it's trying to recover. So I don't know. I was thinking that it was going to be down into like the 100 area and then consolidate, which we are. We're down in this 100 area. So, I would imagine that they would want to kill the premiums eventually because people just been making money hand over fist on Roku options on the puts. Eventually, they got to flatten this thing out, kill the premium on the calls and the puts, because right now, actually, the expected move was only $8, so it's not that bad. But even though it was down a lot today, I mean, these are only down like 40% or so. So, that's my watch list. If you watch this video to the end, comment watch to the end. Definitely appreciate you. If this video was of value to you, hit the like button. And as always, stay safe, stay green. It's us versus herd.